don't drop dead.
Welcome back, hopefully to your favorite place to be. We're back here on the channel, back here live with me, your favorite host. Wanted to come in and chime in today. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody is, I don't know, a lot of people talking a lot of things here recently about crypto, and we like to come on here and set the record straight because a lot of people will tell you a lot of different things here, and most of it is simply BS, guys. I don't know about you guys, but my portfolio is doing pretty good here. So welcome in or welcome back, guys. You're on Cryptocurrency Theory, your favorite place to be, hopefully on a Monday. A lot of people have been reaching out, and of course, we appreciate that. We appreciate everybody, letting us know what's going on and what's going good with their profiles and things. And despite what you'll hear with a lot of people saying a lot of different things, a lot of people are getting scared. A lot of people are getting scared right now. And that's fine. Let them get scared, guys. The people with big money aren't getting scared. In fact, they want people to get scared so they can fake people out of their positions, get them to sell, and then they can buy all those positions back at a lower price. That's exactly what's going on here on the channel, and that's what you should be buying into here on the channel. At least 9 times out of 10. So if you guys are on Twitter X, guys, figure out a way to live stream it on there. Okay. You guys know that we're not on X, Twitter. We're not anywhere other than YouTube. So if you guys can find a way to benefit from streaming this stream somewhere else, or let people know that we are alive and well here on the channel, that would be fantastic. And second off, we'll go through the prices, obviously, of some coins. We'll give you guys the rundown of what nobody's talking about, but should. And we'll kind of dive in. We'll go into the little, the black market, the black sheep market, to let you guys know what everybody's really saying, and where everybody's head is at, and why the fact that a lot of people that have been investing in Bitcoin over the last year, they're not even up. They're not even up at all. They're like, well, how much % up is some of these coins for the year? Not much. And, too bad for them. Too bad they didn't listen. But hey, at the bright side, on the bright side, guys, yeah, like if you invested in Bitcoin last year, this time last year, you're up 1%. you're up a little over 1 percentage point. Which I don't know. That to me, I mean, hell, even coins like Bitcoin Cash and other coins are up a modest little amount above that. But at least you own that money. At least you actually own that money, and nobody can take it from you. So I guess there is a benefit with that. But here on the channel, guys, we like to give you an alternative edge to what's going on with the markets. We don't like to follow the sheep into the slaughterhouse, as I've said multiple times, because not everybody can get massive gains in cryptocurrency. Obviously, right? If everybody was getting gains, where would we get any? Right? Everybody would be just getting gains. We'd just be sitting there wondering. But some unfolding news as Bitcoin is sitting at a little over 91,000. I don't know if you guys heard, but JP Morgan has launched a stable coin on the layer 2 base on Ethereum. So this happened, I think I was starting to get the news on this last Thursday. We're going to do a video about it, but I like to think everybody in the crypto community, at least on here, will be into a lot of different things. Are already knowing about this. You guys knew about this, right? You guys have been keeping up with the news, even though we haven't been reading it to you. But JP Morgan did launch a stablecoin on Base, which is a layer 2 Ethereum. What is it? Layer 2. So it's kind of funny here because the guy right here, Jamie Dimon, remember him back on the Thanksgiving parade? I think it was 2017 or 18 or 19. He's criticized crypto quite a few times, where he basically told oh, I don't, you people can invest in Bitcoin. People can invest in Bitcoin. Oh, we don't care. It's not really anything. They're not really investing in anything. And lo and behold, a couple years later, now JP Morgan has launched their own stablecoin. So it's crazy how this has all kind of flip-flopped around. We've seen the same thing with Trump. I guess the only one person next would be Warren Buffett to come out of the woodwork and take back and retract his comment about saying crypto and Bitcoin are rat poison squared. Remember that? Anywho, we'll jump into the prices, guys. I like to think the prices are much more indicative of indicative of what's really going on. We don't like to put too much thought into what people in the banking sector and Wall Street's really talking about crypto, because we know how that's turned out, right? And nobody was talking about Stellar Lumens a year ago. Nobody was talking about Zcash 2 months ago, and they'll become utterly confused ongoingly. So welcome back to the chat, guys. We got Mr. Full in the chat. We got Andrew. We got Paykels. We got people lighting up the chat. We appreciate that. Let's dive into some coin prices. I think that's the most accurate way and accurate display of what's really going on in the markets. And on 7-day gainers, we got Telcoin up 83%. We got Zcash. We got Monero. We got Dash. Some interesting stuff. A lot of... what, guys, it was pretty funny last week when Zcash topped $700 and then it started going down slightly down to like $450. We had these rush of YouTubers come into YouTube crypto world, and a lot of them were like kind of discussing like, oh, it's time to short Zcash. Zcash was just a big short. We're going to short it now. But like, none of these people were talking about Zcash's rise up 1,700%. And then just a couple days later, anybody who entered those short-term short positions got literally wiped out. So it was like, they literally were talking as if they were coming all high and mighty of like, oh, we didn't catch Zcash rise up to 1,700%, but now we're going to talk shit about it because we know it's going to go down in price. They make videos about shorting Zcash and why you should short it, and then days later it rallies to all-time highs. I mean, I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. If people miss the coin, we weren't whining about Caspa when we missed Caspa's rise over 1,000%. We were saying good job, guys, who saw that one coming. But yeah, a lot of this crypto world, man, especially on YouTube, they're just like, they're either watching this channel and they're becoming bitter, or their channels are just like paid marketing campaigns that are nothing more, like look at Coin Bureau. Like, look at, what is it, Coin Bureau? Is it Coin Bureau? I think it's Coin Bureau. I don't want to give you guys the wrong name. Maybe Coin Bureau is cool. But yeah, a lot of these YouTubers, man, they're just like these paid marketing campaigns that literally, they literally like, what is it, Coin Bureau? No, I don't think it's Coin Bureau. I think Coin Bureau is a pretty cool channel. It's that guy, the Indian dude. They're talking about the Indian dude. He went to go create his own, like, he had like 1 million subscribers or whatever, or maybe like a couple million. It wasn't Coin Bureau. Coin Bureau is actually a pretty good channel, but I want to give you the name. I mean, it's just like, you can't trust crypto YouTube nowadays because a lot of it's just utterly stupid. It literally, like, the stuff they're talking about is just like, you'd have to pay people to watch it. I mean, it's literally like, they're just talking about things that are really irrelevant. I can't find the guy. Indian crypto guy. Have we got anybody from India in the chat right now? Yeah, like, what is that guy's name? I want to show you. Because, like, I've noticed that a lot with these crypto YouTubers. They'll, like, go and their old channels, you go to Social Blade, and they're, like, not making any money, and then you'll find out they made, like, another crypto channel, like, recently. Like, Raj, I think his name is. Raj Crypto, maybe? Something like that. I want to give you his name because I noticed that he popped up on my screen the other day, And I think he might be watching the channel because it's weird. He's like taking things that I'm doing and trying to spin them in a way where it's like it's not just me being arrogant about it, guys. It's like it's legitimately you'll tag these people in their crypto channel, and then they will, you'll catch them doing things in their channel that are like exactly what you're doing, and it's not like they're not really doing anything too marvelous. It's just like they're trying to become you, and a lot of times it's just not entertaining, and then you'll find out they're making another crypto channel because their other channel is like no longer generating an income, which is really weird. I mean, it's really weird that people would like pay to hype their channel. I mean, like how lame. I mean, you can't like. Isn't there some type of fun in building a crypto channel like where you can actually? It's not even coming up on my search anymore. Oh well, just wanted to check in on that. But yeah, people are they're watching the channel, guys. Don't be fooled. They're watching the channel. We were the only crypto channel really talking about Zcash. There were literally two others, and one of them sold out on their Zcash. We saw that the other day. And a lot of times, we don't talk about stuff that's hyped, right? We don't sit here and like, oh, like, you notice like all the crypto channels, like the notorious ones, they were like going through talking about Aster, and it was like, come on, like, come on, see the red line, the red flags there, and basically, it always ends up the same, right? It always ends up the same. It's like these people talk about stuff that are really irrelevant, and it's like Aster. It's like you want to support a DEX that's built on BNB that's talking about launching their own blockchain in the future. Like, sorry if that's not what we're doing here on the channel, but that's like what a lot of people are talking about. Crypto Banter was the coin channel I was talking about. So Crypto Banter, the lead guy over there, he went to go like start another crypto channel. And it's kind of ironic because, it's like, why would you start another crypto channel if you have such a successful one? Which that's what I'm saying. They don't have a successful crypto channel. They have a paid marketing campaign with YouTube and crypto exchanges to try to get people to base their crypto ideals on false premises that don't really equate to much. But what can you do to help this channel, guys? I don't know.
What is up? What is good? I hope you're enjoying the live stream. I wanted to take a moment to let you guys know, as you're enjoying the live stream, that there is several ways that you can help the channel and help the community that we're trying to build here on Cryptocurrency Theory reach a broader audience. And obviously, the obvious ones are like and subscribe. But past that, what you can do is you can share the videos on Twitter X, a platform that I've been banned from for several years due to what I think is some BS. But also here on the screen, guys, I have a couple different coins that I personally love, and I hope that you love too. And if you would like to donate any cryptocurrency, guys, just know that as a cryptocurrency enthusiast, this is the best thing that you can do to support the channel. Watching the videos, liking the videos, sharing the videos, that's great too. But at the end of the day, there's nothing more exciting for me is when I get a crypto payment. And if you do give a crypto payment, throw it in the chat to let me know that you sent the payment so I can give you a personal shout out, because it means a lot and it's a lot of fun, which is the whole reason I got into cryptocurrency in the beginning, was it's a whole lot of fun getting those crypto coins and then holding them and stacking them and that kind of thing. Because every crypto I get, guys, I think of it like a wall. Every brick that I lay on that wall, I intend for them to stay there. So if you see your favorite cryptocurrency on the screen, or if maybe there's one that's not on the screen, let me know, because I'd like to add it to the screen. And let's get back to the live. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these crypto YouTubers, guys, you just got to watch them, and I watch them from a distance so we can talk about what it is that crypto is really about and kind of the ideals behind it. So I hope you guys get a lot out of at least that part. Obviously, guys, with the prices being down a little bit today, obviously, I don't like waking up and watching my portfolio fluctuate between 10,000 US dollars on the up and down, and I could lose another $10,000 in the next 3 hours. Like, I've lost $10,000 US here in the last, watching it. I've been looking at it since 9 o'clock. I've lost, close to $10,000. And last week I lost almost $30,000. And then obviously, with this run up with Zcash, I guys have told you guys that Zcash has now became one of my biggest holdings in my portfolio. But obviously, none of that's guaranteed, right? Like it could go down. Zcash could drop under $50, right? And there'd be nothing I could do about it. And I'd be sitting here lying to you guys to saying, is that possible? Probably not likely. I don't like to think it is. I don't like to think Zcash could drop under $50, because for one, most of the people watching the channel would lose, not only confidence in the Zcash coin, ZEC token, but they would lose confidence in this channel. So obviously, we don't like to think that. I don't want to scare you, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. Like if my portfolio lost, 80 grand, Zcash went down under $50, I'd have to deal with that. If it went lower, then I have to deal with that too. I mean, obviously, nobody wants to deal with a dying portfolio, but some portfolios that are watching this channel, we got a lot of people that came into Zcash at like over $500-$600. So it wouldn't be, crazy to think if Zcash dropped to $250, a lot of those people lose half their investment if they looked at Zcash as an investment. But here, like I said, my crypto portfolio, guys, just in Zcash alone, shedded almost 30,000 US dollars on its way down from over 700, where it peaked on 2 Fridays ago. At the beginning of last week, where we dropped under, I think, like $450. We dropped down to like low 400s. And then obviously, people that bought in at 400, it spiked up to $800 just on, I think, Saturday. Right, we saw Zcash spike up to $700 or 800, over 700, almost 800 US dollars. There was a little, I think, candle that kind of peaked up at the very top. So I don't literally, I don't worry about it too much, guys. Honestly, like 30,000 is obviously, if I would have sold Zcash at 800 and then bought back today, would I have more Zcash? Yeah, sure. But what about the slippage? What about what am I going to do? Go into a stable coin and then wait for the DEX to release my stable coins when the price is back up? What am I going to do? Pay a massive, transaction trading fee on Gemini? What am I going to send it to, another crypto exchange and sell it and then try to time the market? I'd rather just watch the 30,000 go out the window, guys, and hope it comes back. I don't really have too much, I'm not scared at this point. A lot of crypto people are scared a lot of times, and this isn't a market for fraidy cats, right? Scaredy cats. Remember that phrase, scaredy cat? You don't want to be a scaredy cat. This is not a market for people like that. Like if you're afraid of losing half your money, you might want to go invest in like Starbucks or Apple stock or something that's like, much more easy to understand. And I don't care if you're investing, $500,000 or $10 million or, $5,000 or 500. Maybe you guys come from humble beginnings. You got to be willing to sustain the volatility. That's the only way. I saw that one YouTuber I was talking about. They sold their Zcash, right? They sold their Zcash. They were talking about it, how they were up, thousands of percents. And yeah, I mean, from an investment standpoint, being up thousands of percents, a sensible investor would obviously offload profits, right, back into a stable coin where you could then buy, keep the price of your realized gains stable, and or you could dump it on the exchange and maybe hold it there for dollars. But for me, guys, I'm about the journey. I'm not really too worried about the price of Zcash. Like the price of Zcash to me has already exceeded my expectations. I'm already up, almost 700-800% as of right now. And if it goes down, like I said, under $50, I'll just buy more. I'll just literally buy more, because I now see that, the possibility of some of the stuff we're talking about here on the channel could actually come true. And, Zcash isn't everything, guys. Zcash isn't the only coin that I'm bullish on. I mean, obviously, I do think it's going to go to several $1,000s, and again, everybody talks about like a market high, like what is it going to be? What is going to be the catalyst to set the market down? You know, last time it was the NFT pop, bubble pop, the FTX fallout, and the Terra Luna fallout. Um, you know, before that it was the ICO boom, where all the people that created tokens on Ethereum and other like Waves platform and you know all these other smart contract platforms, they basically rug pulled everybody. So those were my last two bull runs. You know, I like to think this bull run might be a little different. Maybe not. Maybe we'll start seeing some narrative of privacy becoming, you know, the biggest thing, and like all the privacy coins pump massively. You know, all the privacy coins like Zcash, Monero, Firo, Zen token, which you guys know is a fork of Z Classic. Um, you know, Xano and all these other privacy tokens. You know, maybe those will get way out of. You know, you even got people like Charles Hoskinson, guys. And have you guys been following Charles Hoskinson recently with Cardano, with some of these things that are happening over on Cardano? They're doing the midnight airdrop, which is going to be the side chain offering full privacy, built out on the Cardano network, and they're doing it. If you guys hold Cardano, you hold BAT token, I think Avalanche, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a few of the other tokens since July of last year, June or July, I forget the date. You might want to look in more into Midnight because you guys are entitled to an airdrop. I believe that's over in the next 3 days, by the way, for your second time to claim it. So you'd have to go over to Charles Hoskinson's and make sure you're using the right portal for that, obviously, right? You don't want to go to like a scam site that's claiming to be Midnight token. But it's a pretty cool project. It's going to be kind of like a proof of stake where like you generate dust, which is basically like their basically like gas on Neo, or you basically get like awards for holding your money in a private sidechain on Cardano. So it's pretty cool. I mean, we're going to be talking more about it. I've reached out also to Charles about getting on their ambassador program. Obviously, you guys know we're not like holding massive bags of ADA or Cardano or Ethereum or anything like that, but we still support a lot of these projects, so we still want to bring it up. And you know, you get coins that you think, you know, I don't own every coin that we talk about, obviously, guys. You know, obviously, you know, it would. Have I missed opportunities? Of course. Obviously, we were talking about Stellar Lumens last year. We could have rode that wave into XRP into Zcash, and we could have been multi-millionaire by now. But crypto is not really that easy, but to time. But like I said, like privacy could become this thing that is like the new hype of this bull run, and then you know all the privacy coins dump, and then the whole market dumps, and we all get swallowed alive. And I'd be cool with it. You know, you learn to swim. You'd be imagine. It's crazy. It's crazy when like the wave comes crashing down. How much of a good swimmer you become, especially in the crypto world, right? Especially in the crypto world, because like you know, a lot of people think of the crash as like some oh my god, but you know, a lot of people end up staying after the crash. You know, I mean, we built this channel, guys, in the bear market. I mean, the first couple of videos, if you go all the way back. When we started the videos hardcore back in, I think it was Super Bowl or Easter of 2023. The first video we did was Zcoin as Firo, remember? I mean, that was literally, you know, Firo as Zcoin was the first video we fucking did. And I'm not even owning any Firo right now. It's up, you know, I think it's up a couple 100% last I checked. It was up from 1.2 somewhere in that US dollar range up to, I think, over 3 at like 100% jump. One night I was trying to figure out a way to swap it. I was going to Trust Wallet trying to like get some Firo tokens on BNB chain, because Firo is really cool, guys. They use a Lelantus protocol that basically it burns tokens every time you spin your Firo, so it makes it where you can't even track the coin at all. But the problem with it is I found with Firo, at least being in the United States, the only place I saw you could get it was HitBTC. And the exchange rate was really weird over there. It was like trading, you know, I lost a lot of money on HitBTC, so we're not going to go into that today. But I was trying to find, I downloaded a couple wallets that had swap pairs that were advertised on the Firo website, but I couldn't figure out how to swap it. So if you guys are in the US and you're purchasing Firo, you're holding Firo, please let me know. I'd like to get my hands on some. I think it is going to be a top coin. As Zcoin was a top coin. And obviously, we're not talking about privacy tokens here on the channel. Obviously, we will talk about, you know, with other coins being tokens like the Midnight Cardano sidechain. But these are actually privacy blockchains, guys, what we're talking about here on the channel. And especially with like Zcash's current run right up, it's like several thousand% up, it's like 1,500% up. And like 30% of the Zcash, 30% or more of ZEC tokens are in the Zcash shielded pool. I did a video on that a couple videos back, which is, phenomenally different from the 1% that was criticized by people in the crypto community, like, what is it, the Hex creator guy, Richard Hart. I've heard other YouTubers say it, oh, there's only 1% of ZEC tokens in the shielded pool. Nope, not true, not true. There's over 30% now. And it's crazy because that actually affects the market cap of Zcash in terms of how many ZEC tokens are actually circulating on the exchanges and or in and out of the hands of traders. That's a lot of the reason the price has gone up. But speaking of privacy, guys, there was a lot of privacy tokens up over the weekend. I looked into that ERC20 token Lagrange, which offers a privacy function. Firo was up, Verge token was up like 30%, Zen token was up this morning. I don't know, we can check out the prices to see, but there has been a kind of a trend here. Obviously, if you guys are watching the channel here, you've noticed it. Decred was up as well. It's down a little bit, but some of these coins, like even Bitcoin Cash, with Cash Fusion, has optional privacy, as well as Litecoin, and Dash. They all have, a lot of these coins that we talk about here on the channel do offer, other than like Neo token, in like Ethereum and like pretty much all of them, other than that, offer the coins that we talk about here on the channel all offer some sort of privacy function, whether it's like batching your transaction with a bunch of other transactions, like Dash, where it's like it batches your transaction with multiple other transactions, and then like the master nodes, they pass the transaction around and it basically gets scrambled. Mimblewimble, I believe, is with Litecoin, and also privacy coins by default, like Firo and Monero offer privacy, obviously. Zcash with the shielded transactions. So Verge, Verge was formerly a fork of Dogecoin. Dogecoin Dark, if you guys remember, rebranded as Verge, went through a fork in 2018, was up as well over the last 24 hours. I think it was yesterday. It might have came down. But yeah, a lot of coins that offer privacy were up over the weekend. Zen token up 20%, right? People are talking about Zen, which is formerly a fork of Z Classic, ironically, which is a fork of Zcash, and a fork of Bitcoin with Bitcoin Private, right? So the whole narrative gets a bit scattered, but if you follow the timeline, you follow the narrative, you actually start to find out a lot of this privacy stuff is kind of intertwined with one another. And like I said, you can go to Charles Hoskinson's YouTube. He's been bringing up privacy pretty much every live stream almost. And obviously Zuku Wilcox has been doing a lot of content creating over at Zcash Media. Vitalik has been talking about privacy. So a lot of people in the crypto communities that have been in the crypto community much longer than me have been talking about privacy recently. Obviously, Zcash being the precursor to that, with it up over 1,500%. I mean, go figure. People are in the crypto community are going to start taking note to this. Zcash now, just FYI, for people wondering, it's literally, it's like a top 12 coin, right? Zcash is, yes, top 12. Market cap has been kind of battling above Bitcoin Cash, which I think Bitcoin Cash has a long way to go too, in terms of like how much it could jump, but it's a much larger market cap than Zcash was, right? And we were talking about Zcash was at like a $250, $300 million market cap. Now it's sitting over 10 billion, which is the basic math behind the 15x, really. So for coins like Bitcoin Cash to move up in the charts, like if Bitcoin Cash 200% up, it's sitting at, $1,500. It's only it's a $30 billion market cap. So it takes a lot more to move Bitcoins like Bitcoin Cash that have optional privacy much larger communities than, well, I mean, Zcash is larger now, but you get my point. Is like a lot of these coins that we're talking about, they have bigger market caps than Zcash. Zcash market cap was surprisingly well undervalued. And I think another coin, guys, to keep on your radar, even though the volatility has probably scared a lot of people recently, is Dash Crypto. Dash Crypto is sitting at spot 65. It's a $1 billion market cap coin. I think it's another 10x possibility coin. I'm just going to throw it out there simply because I think it has a lot of room to go. And then Ethereum Classic too, I think has a lot of room to go. It's sitting at 2 billion, which, as you guys know, the Olympia hard fork that they're trying to implement over there, last I heard, was one of the guys from the Electric Coin Company or the Zcash Foundation. Can't remember. It was one of the two. So a lot of this stuff is intertwined, right? BitGet token sitting at 2.6 billion. So, a lot of different stuff here. While all this is happening, guys, like I said, most of crypto YouTube has been talking about coins like Aster, which is kind of funny because like we already have, Uniswap, we already have SushiSwap, we already have actual blockchains that are not built on top of another blockchain. In the case of Aster, which is built on top of Binance, that are far superior in terms of their tech than the current narrative of everybody telling you to buy Aster. Which Aster, obviously it could go back up in price. I'm not here to tell you that the psychological aspects of this aren't important, but I will say that we'll give our opinion about it every single time. So yeah, it's sitting at $1.15, a little under $3 billion market cap. Everybody was telling you to buy it at $2-3, and it just shows how confused the YouTube crypto world is. Because like, I mean, really, guys, like back when, we've done this numerous times here, and it's not because we have some type of crystal ball or that we know exactly what's going to pump and when it's going to pump, because nobody knows that. Guys, Zcash could go back under $50. I mean, seriously, I will be the first to tell you. I will not sell at $50, and I will not sell at $5,000 because like I told you, I'm here for the ride. I'm here for the journey. I'm not here to fucking play games, and people that play games, they end up chasing these coins back up and losing all their money anyway. So, for me, it's just about getting our voice and opinion out there. Not really worried too much about what people what people really think about the coins that we're talking about here on the channel. Because I remember back in 2023, or no, 2024 actually, when we were sitting out on that back porch talking about Stellar Lumens. Remember we were talking about the Sorbazon upgrade on Stellar Lumens. We literally, that video got like 30 or 40 views. We were the only crypto YouTube channel talking about that Stellar Lumens moment. And what do you know? A year and a half later, Stellar Lumens goes up hundreds of percents, right? And obviously we could tie that back to XRP. Those always, are correlated in terms of price movements. But like, I don't want to be like I told you so, because we didn't know. We just thought that there were value propositions in some of these coins that at the time were undervalued, right? That's what we thought was Zcash. And I still think Zcash could go. I think it's to me, it makes more sense for Zcash to be $100 billion coin than like Solana to be $100 billion coin, right? Solana's sitting at 72 billion, which, is really weird because at 200, everybody wanted to buy it, and it was $100 billion market cap with nothing but crappy meme tokens rug pulling everyone. So like, you take that kind of project, and then you look at a project like Zcash, that's been around for fucking, a decade basically, right? And then you also look at like the people behind Zcash, the fundamental elements that have driven the price higher. To me, it makes more sense for Zcash to be up here and for Solana to be way down there, right? At least that's my perspective on it. Let's jump into the chat here, guys. I was going to get to comments, but we'll drop a couple videos. Obviously, people have been reaching out about some current topics, so we'll try to address some of that. Let's jump into the comments in the chat here, and then let's wrap it up for the sake of time here. Fyro is mooning. Yeah, let's take a peek at Fyro actually, because like I said, just because I don't own it doesn't mean shit. I mean, look at Xano. I mean, it's gone up quite a bit. Yeah, Firo almost at $4 now. So really impressive, but still down. Actually, no, it has broken out for the year. I think it did that over Saturday. It broke out for the year. You know, the log chart looking pretty damn good. Look at that. Look how scary that looks for people entering a trade. And then you look at the log chart and it's like, holy shit, this thing's breaking out. It's like, fuck, man, it's up 1,000%. You know, Zcoin was one of the top performing coins in 2018, and former coins that are 2018 OG coins, which I told you guys like a month or two back that I thought there was going to be an OG coin revival, not based on the fact that they're old coins, because if you look at coins like Redcoin and Feathercoin and BitShares, you know, not every coin is going to come back, but like a lot of coins we're talking about here on the channel are older coins in terms of like a lot of them have been around, you know, almost a decade or more. And, you know, they're still traded like on every crypto exchange, and they've survived like 2 bear markets. So like those type of OG coins, I do think have room to run, right? Like Neo, Ethereum Classic, best performing coin last full run in my portfolio. Zcash, Dash, Monero, Bitcoin Cash, even BSV. You know, a lot of people are ruling BSV out. I still have optimistic thoughts there as well. Let's see what everybody's saying. But yeah, Firo, Mr. Fool is on fire. Fire, Mr. Firo. Yeah, Filecoin, guys. Remember I told you a couple, like I think it's been 3 weeks ago now, where we had that flash crash where I told you I tried to go on crypto.com and they were not letting me buy Filecoin. I even tried to buy Litecoin as well. Litecoin dropped like 70% in a flash crash down to $48, I think it was. I did a screenshot to prove it. You guys can go, because I'm always looking at these prices. Like you can go to the YouTube post section of my channel and you can see that drop that happened on Litecoin. And sure enough, obviously crypto.com was not letting me purchase. It had to raise up 50% before it would let my order go through, which is no surprise. Let's see here. Yeah, it's hard to trade. It really is. It's really hard to trade. So Mr. Guilty Fool's got some Xano and Firo. So Firo, where did you buy your Firo at, Mr. Fool? Is there an easy way I can just swap it like through a DEX or something? That's just you know, I don't know about Monad, man. I don't know about that coin. Use Firo DEX. Okay, I'll check out the Firo DEX. I was aware they had a Firo DEX, and I didn't really think to go there, which is kind of make me feel a little bit stupid right now. All right, guys, I think we'll wrap it up. Like I said, you know, we're gonna be start to see kind of how this stuff plays out. Obviously, no guarantees. You know, especially with the markets being down today, people feeling, you know, but what are they in? You know, why are they here? What are they holding? You know, what is their purpose in crypto? Bitcoin's at 91,000. You know, can we still pull from Bitcoin into some of these other coins, these other alternative currencies? Possibly. Zcash, you know, it's up for the week 10%. It's up for the month 200%. It's up for the 3 month 1,700%. It's up for the year. It's up for the 5 year almost 1,000%. Obviously, could it come down? Could people lose half their money in bail ship and it pop right back up to 700-800? Absolutely. All right, guys, we will talk to you later. Appreciate you guys checking into the live stream. And we'll try to drop some videos later this afternoon. Obviously, we don't have any time limit on this stuff, guys. Obviously, there's no time limit on the channel. There's no time limit on anything. That's why we are timeless. Something like that. All right, we'll catch you guys later. Take care.